Okay. Back to hell. What is going on here? Well, we are live. And I am alive, somehow, still. For my ridiculously long streaming session on a painting session, and technically streaming session, last Friday. I have painted since. I haven't just given up completely. The gold was soul crushing, to say the least, and I had to get all of the berserkers and the 8-bound all done as well, which I have not done on stream. But yeah, I did spend the whole of yesterday basically enamel washing or coating everything in enamel, and then removing it all. So 9 8-bound, 10 berserkers, 2 hellbrutes, 3 forge fiends. And I've decided that I'm a glutton for punishment, so I'm going to paint some blue. I thought that would be a good idea. Got the enamel washes done yesterday and then looked at them and went, oh my god, they look boring as hell. I had a few people in that said they really liked it, but I wasn't planning on copying or attempting to copy the 30k scheme, but it was that or paint the shoulder pads in red. But I like the blue. It's probably a terrible idea. So I've also painted a couple of these myself. I did it for boarding actions. I actually painted a bunch of white and gold berserkers a while back. And I feel like the blue breaks it up a bit. The gold and the white are a bit boring. Admittedly, my gold on mine are real pale gold. So my aim today is to do this and not cry when I get halfway through and realise that I've made a terrible mistake. It is a Tuesday, so shop is open. It's sat in here and I don't have any deliveries that I know of. So I should be left relatively alone today. I am using my destroyed brush that I've been using for all of this, so it's getting worse and worse. I don't think it's going to survive. Probably should have switched out already. But I think just as I think that's much better. I think having the... I have no idea if you guys can see this actually. I just realised how high up the camera is. Should move it down a bit. Yeah, maybe a minute. Yeah, it's a lot less boring having the blue. Well, no oil or oil wash that blue anyway. But I think it's visually it's a lot nicer to have that difference in there. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Forgelings and the Hellbrutes look like though when they've got big blue shoulder pads. They won't look too nice until they're actually... Oh god, I've made a terrible mistake here, haven't I? Because I've now got to go in all of these really thin gaps. So I was contemplating using a dark blue and then going in, but I decided that I really can't be asked to do this all twice today. So I'm going with a light blue first, and I'm gonna then go in and mess about with it and darken it down afterwards. I think we'll be fine. So we've still got to basically, even though I've enamel washed everything, go back in, redo all of the, go back over all the silver, go back over all the gold trim. There's quite a lot of work that still needs to be done. We've got Rhino to the side here that hasn't been touched, and there's still 10 jackals that need doing, but they're not here, so I can't even start them. So I'm going to bust as much of this out as I possibly can, and then we will stress about the jackals in a few days. I think it's the 5th today. These need to be done. We've got a week, which I think is plenty of time, to be honest. I think it'd be plenty of time even if I wasn't trying to bust it, to do it like super quick. I think I used about 50 and now like little sponges yesterday cleaning these things off, and I can see so much that's still been missed. I think time has passed though for me to be able to take that off. Maybe we'll have to investigate later and see if it can be rubbed off, but I don't think it will be. Thankfully it's in places that need to all be repainted anyway, so should be fine. Now I do wonder if I'll be able to sit here like I did last week and do this literally from 9 till 5. I'm not sure if I'll be able to manage it. I do in theory have everything I need within arm's reach, so I could technically just not move. Well, apart from if I need to piss or anything, in which case then I will need to leave. Okay. I would normally say that it's way too early for me to be talking to myself, but never too early to talk to yourself. Right. I'm just going to move this down a bit because it's quite close to my head. There we go. Let's move that away from my face. And have a drink. Right, okay, so I'm not regretting my life choices just yet in the blue. It seems different. It's a lot less boring than just being an off-white with gold. So we do still need to pick out all the silver in a bright silver, and then I do need to oil wash or Nuln Oil all of the blue after this. So we'll go with a bright silver. Listen to me talking about things that are way in the future. Get the blue finished. Highlight the silver. I'll just redo it with bright silver. Nuln Oil, I think, as opposed to oil wash. There are a bunch of leathery gloves and stuff that need doing. I don't think they have much in the way of straps, but I think they do have quite a few of them have got leather gloves. So we'll quickly paint some brown gloves in. Probably going to need to do all that actually before I enter Nuln Oil, so a bunch more base coat paints to go on. Kind of wish I'd done all that before I'd done the enamel washes now, but never mind. Alright, 5 of them. Where's my phone on silent? Oh, I do have Khan painted in this colour scheme, and I kind of feel like Khan should be painted red, but ooh, I'm going to blood splatter these guys as well, a lot. Because I haven't done any blood splattering with the old toothbrush side of things in a long time. So I'm going to get all sticky and gross doing that, I reckon. We will definitely find an old cardboard box to do that in, because the last time I did that, there were blood gold particles everywhere. Now, at least the 8 pound have only got one shoulder pad. Although I don't really know when we get to them how we're going to do it. It's just going to be that one shoulder pad, or if they've got a backpack part that I can do. Okay. 6 berserkers down. Some of these actually are a lot less white than I'd like them to be. They're quite bone coloured. I'm not sure. I thought I picked the right streaking grime. I might not have. I may have ended up using one that was a bit more brown. I was pretty sure I picked the right one. It's annoying because if I thought about it, I should have double checked. Because I'm pretty sure I streamed a while back and I used the same one on something. Should have probably have looked at what that was. But never mind. Currently all the pistols are white as well, and now they're all going to be black. So that's another job to do, which I'm going to do at the same time as I do all the soft seals, all the hosed like areas, hosey ribbed areas. And I haven't picked a plasma glow colour yet for all the Forge Fiends, so that's another thing to pick at some stage. Again, getting ahead of myself there, but just to think about these things while you're mindlessly painting one colour. I used to see quite a lot of the 30k people paint their like unit leaders with red helmets as well in this colour scheme, which is quite tempting, but I don't think I will. So, yeah, this is going to be a good chunk of my day. And this was actually not a planned chunk of my day. I know I was going to do this because this is all I have. I have to get this finished, but this colour wasn't planned, so I've actually given myself extra work. I think I kind of knew that I needed another colour. I couldn't really get away with just leaving them this boring gold and white. It's possibly why I did the enamel coat so quickly, because I wanted to see if I probably subconsciously knew that I wasn't going to get away with it, so I had to see what the enamel colour would do. If it would allow me to get away with just gold and white. I think that's why we'll end up knoll oiling as opposed to another enamel now. I wouldn't really worry about that because we're going back in, but I'll take that blue off. Do have to go back in and repaint the blue, so Right. Last Berserker for the sec. Then we'll do Khan, then we'll do the 8-bound, and then we'll think about the big dudes. I think the big dudes are just going to get the same treatment, to be honest. Hellbrutes have got big shoulder pads, and so technically the Fortune has got small shoulder pads, so should be alright. We will tie it together that way. Okay, Berserkers. Have now got blue shoulder pads. Khan only has one shoulder pad on, his other arm is exposed. So he's only going to get that one done by the look of it. I think we'll do the top of his backpack. Okay, so Khan done. Let's have a look at these 8-bound. Yeah, it's just going to be their big shoulder pads. I'm not even going to get around to be able to do their backpacks, am I? So do I try and get that piece of the backpack done? I think I will. We'll see what it's like. Worst case scenario, I repaint, but I don't really want to do that, but we're going to have to try it. The backpacks are really organic looking now. There's not much in the way of the original shape there. There is this top plate still there though, so we can still get away with it. Could be alright. Yeah, that's fine. Annoyingly, this one's shoulder pad has a little world in there being eaten, obviously. So I may have to go in and paint that little planet red, which is a bit annoying. Let's go in there and just colour it in blue and see what it looks like after it's non-oiled. We may get away with ignoring the fact that there was a world there. Was as well. I think it's corrupted and weird looking there now. So this one also has a slightly different backpack. So he's actually already got a gold edging. So we may only get away with painting this top grille. So I think all of the, might even go with all of the weapons, the flats of all the blades and stuff. I may paint all of them black. Just for ease, and I can keep it consistent across all of them that way. Yeah, I think those 8 bound, I'm kind of glad we've done this now, because I think those 8 bound really did need that blue. They do also have belts that need doing as well. I need to look at them. They may end up being black as well, actually. Or a very dark grey. This one looks like it's a blue job as well. Now, for all those bits that I said I'm going to do in black, I will try and just use Black Templar contrast. Got a feeling it may not cover now. Well, it will cover, but not very well because of the enamel that was put on yesterday. But that was yesterday, so it may have got rid of the oily, like waterproof, like nuss. Use nuss now. Right, what's he got? Same sort of thing. Quite like these ones where it's just tiny little panels. Right, 5 of them. 4 left to go. We need some space. Move the 8 bound over here. Yeah, so we've got 7 days left to do this. Now, that's not 7 days left of me painting either. That is, what does it say, Tuesday? So we've got Wednesday. Shit, there's some gold missing there. Wednesday, Thursday, a couple hours on Friday, maybe a couple hours on Saturday, Sunday off. Oh, there's some gold missing on here as well. Ah! The brush has escaped. Yeah, so we don't actually have a week's worth of painting. And I don't take my painting home with me, so I guess worst case scenario is I stay up here longer if I need to on a couple of nights. Maybe if it gets close and I'm not done. I feel like I should be done. I feel like I should be done this week, really, but then I do stupid things like decide to paint blue on, which was not part of the original plan. So, who knows? Depends what I also throw in and decide to do. 7, right, 2 more 8 bounds to go. Oh jeez, just realised that my hand was actually covering him up, wasn't it? Soz. We've also got little fleshy tubes that need to be painted in as well. 8 bound. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. Last shoulder for the troops, or the dooders that aren't demon princes, hellbrutes, or forgeries. Okay. Alright, that's the 8 bound and the berserkers all with now blue bits and pieces. Let's do the demon prince quickly. He actually needs a lot of work doing. The demon prince is probably going to be left until last to get actual any form of detailing done on him. So I'm just going to keep him kind of up to date and do bits on him when I do bits that need doing to everyone. So he just needs literally a single blue shoulder pad. I think that's it. Yeah, that's all he needed. Right. I think on these bigger shoulder pads, we're going to have to do 2 thin coats. So we'll just try and keep that coat consistent. Then thankfully it's so warm that that'll probably dry instantly. We'll do the other one before we come back, and then we'll just go over and give it another quick coat. Only because this is a layer. No, it's not. This is Calidor Sky. This is a base. The coverage for this should be way better than it actually is. Maybe it will be fine. Didn't even think about that. It's not a layer paint. I will still go over it quickly again. So, I'm fairly sure that this is like a blue skin from the actual. And that's bone by the look of it. So, we'll go with that. Okay. Right, let's leave that one. I'll go to the next one. I'll come back to that one again in a second. So yeah, as far as like how much I've actually done, we haven't technically even finished just the standard base coats. There's a surprisingly large amount of painting left today. Okay. Right, so this Cardinal Sky is incredibly patchy, so we're going back over where we were a second ago. It's the same again, just making sure it's not blobby. Try and make sure that the coverage over these are even enough. Let's say they are going to get non-oiled and stuff, but I like them just to be one colour. That's better. So, one. I do find the fact that they call these Hell Brutes, why aren't they just Chaos Dreadnoughts? Why did they need to give them a name, a different name? Okay. I assume they're Dreadnoughts anyway. Yeah, they must be. They do look like just obliterators though, that have got really swole. Maybe I'll have to look into their lore and just check that that's not the case. I always assumed they were just Dreadnoughts. Alright. Okay. Fortrines. Right, let's shake this pot up a second. Okay. I'm only going to do the Fortrines tiny shoulders. Do I need to do the kind of fin on the top as well? I just think I kind of do need to do this bit here. If it was a marine, I'd be doing it, so. Balls. Give myself extra work, haven't I? the back bit. Okay. Okie dokie. Ooh, that reminds me, we had an issue with our thingy. I just needed to write this here a second. Let's have a look. Okay, it is popping up on there and we're getting both ticks. That's alright. I realised earlier I was prattling about and it said things weren't connected. So we've got to double check on the test. Right. Oh, thanks. That's being quite a lot of work at the moment. More than I anticipated. Do have quite a way to go yet. But the bulk of the actual base coats will be done soon. I don't have an Angron. This is commission piece, and it's for a tournament player. So unless Angron suddenly becomes meta for this list, I won't get to paint him. I do want to paint an Angron though. Right. Okay. 1. One of 3. I do just need to adjust my, because I'm getting a bit close to my camera at the moment there. Yes, I would like to paint one. I think my problem would be is if I got hold of one at the moment, I'd probably just paint him box art colours. Unless he was happening to go in this army. I'd like to paint the 30k Angron. So the bases are quite boring at the moment. Where's Scarbrand? The bases just need to be done quickly. Oh, there he is. And most of the guy I'm painting for's army is literally just on this sort of grey and reddish pigment powdered bases. They're just like quick and easy. So yeah, they'll be like that. No time for fancy bases. The nice thing about that though is we can always go back in and make them fancier if we need to later, but these need to be ready for tournament by the 12th of this month. So yeah, just a quick and easy base. So when we actually, once I've finished them all off, I am going to break out an old toothbrush and literally spackle all of them with blood for the blood god. So Yeah, 7 days seems like quite a lot of time, but it goes quite quickly. And I started last Thursday, and had I been going non-stop since Thursday, I would have finished them. But I started Thursday, and I didn't really get a chance to go back to them again until, well, a few hours on Saturday and yesterday. So I think we did 5 hours last Thursday of just painting the gold trim on the Forge Fiends and the Hell Brutes and the Demon Prince. So I spent Saturday doing gold trim on the Berserkers and the 8-bound. And yesterday was spent covering them all in enamel and then wiping it all off. But then today I've realised that was actually a stupid thing to do, because I wouldn't normally enamel wash until I'd finished most of the base coats. So, no idea what I was thinking there. I've also got to rush out a Rhino and 10 Jackals, so they might not be too bad. We'll get all of this done, and the Rhino would be... The Rhino is probably only a couple hours work, but it does need to be done. So yeah, fun. I do use an airbrush. I couldn't do it for this though, because with the white armor, I had to do all the gold trim. I may possibly go back in once I'm done and hit some of the bigger areas that are currently like an off-white with my finest needle on the airbrush sort of thing, just so I don't touch any of the gold trim. If not, no, it's just going to be all brushwork for these. But yeah, I do use an airbrush for certain things. Just for speed, I actually rattle canned these guys. I just used a spray can to get all of the white down, although I didn't just spray them white, I did in essence zenithal them with a black spray and then a grey and then a white. So, but that was with just a spray can. It would have, I didn't have the time to stand there and airbrush them. Yeah, it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun at all. Worst thing is that we're probably going to go over a whole bunch of it with a different type of gold as well. Right, oh bollocks, I've missed. Thought I'd done the shoulder pad already. And there's actually a bunch of gold trim that's been missed as well, which you don't really notice until you start painting in the other colours. So just little bits here and there that are somehow not done. So we'll be going back over it with a more bronzy sort of colour. Okay, so right, that's the last of the blue bits that needed basing done. Chuck him back there, chuck him back there. Gonna need some form of black, and we'll soon see if it works, but basically I need to do all of the soft seals, but I also want to see if this is going to cover over the enamel, or if it's going to have problems. The enamel is dry now, so I made the decision that all of the bolt pistols are going to be black, because we don't need white weapons. And also I'm undecided on whether or not the heads for the chainsaws should be black or not, so I'm going to leave that for a second. But I do need to go through and basically get every soft seal and every bolter, so pretty sure that the Berserkers have all got, yeah, they've all got belts as well, so I'm going to grab a brown after this and go along and get all of the gloves and belts done. Mr. Blue there, so I'm going to pop him to the side because he needs, apparently I managed to miss his shoulder pad. This is the problem when you're batch painting a lot of stuff, and especially when you go for quite a few hours, is that you go a bit blind to certain things. They do end up missing bits and pieces. Not 100% sure on what we're going to do with the heads for the chain weapons yet. They may stay white. See, I'm doing all of the gun housings black, but now I'm also thinking that the Forge Fiends have gun housing over their big weapons. So do they need to be black? Don't think we'll go that far. I think we'll be alright there. Okay, so the good thing about chasing the bolter casings out in black as well is that I can now see what needs to be silver, and we're going back in a bit with a brighter silver than the one that was used before. Okay. Well, at least the black is going over this now, so that's Probably because it's had a day to dry. Or a night to dry even. Right, so I am noticing a couple that have got gold trim missing on there. On backs of their thighs, so god damn it. I'm gonna have to quickly pick them out. Almost knocked my contrast paint over there. Well, thank you. I'm glad you feel my pain. It's been horrible. I appreciate the stopping in. I think it's even worse is that I've actually got to go back in and touch a bunch of it up, and I think I'm going to cause myself even more self-imposed pain by going in with a different gold. That might not be as bad though, because it's already there, so I am only going to be like essentially doing touch-ups, so but it is an excessive amount of trim, especially when you're doing as many as I'm doing in one hit. The trim pain is real. He's got, in fact, how many of these, I'm going to double check the fronts. How many of these have got those little, that's why these guys are okay. Like little golden spikes on the ends of their like tabards. Yeah, because why not? Someone thought they don't have enough trim, let's add some more metallic stuff to the freaking cloth that hangs down from their groins. Some sick bastard. Okay, he's not missing any. He doesn't have. He does have them. He's got other things as well. Okay, that's the soft seals on them done. I am going to grab the gold while I remember that's why they're sat there. So I'll just quickly get these little gold bits on the front of that tabard painted. And then there's a couple of them that I think I said were missing the gold. Where's he missing his gold trim? Why are you here? Why is he here? He must be missing something. How? What was he missing? His wrists are all done. Oh. There's gold trim just there. God damn, how did I notice that just now and not notice it then? That was not even very obvious. There was no real reason to have to do that. Same with this guy. What the fuck? What is he? Oh, he's here because his tabard's got those little spiky arrow bits on the bottom of them. Stop it. Painting more. We're coming back to do more of that later anyway. No point in doing that now. Right, what's this guy missing? He had to be missing something because he's here. He doesn't have a belt thing. I think I've just made it up on this guy. He's not missing any. Oh, he's missing the blue. My God. I'm telling you, it's like spot the difference. Right, so I'm guessing that this guy just that little bit there. That's all he was missing. Yeah, looks like it. So let's just get his blue shoulder pads painted in. While I still notice that it's there. I just painted blue where it shouldn't be. Right, done. Okay. Alright. Do the Hellbrutes have anything that I want to paint black on them? I think they do. I think they've got a whole bunch of little black, I mean. I think they've got these like flashy cables and I don't want them to be pink, so I'm going to make them black. I think there's a couple of those around. Like the ones that are under the ribs. They've got metal pistons and they've already got like fleshy bits and stuff showing, so like if we make all of these like pipey bits back to the black that they normally would be, it might make it look a bit nicer. Nicer being definitely the wrong sort of word there. Those should all be metallic there as well. I'm not sure why they're pink. So maybe we'll hit them with the light silver when we come back. And I think we'll leave that flashy. I don't think there's any need for black anywhere else. I am tempted to silver up the claws though. So we may do that when we come back in. Right, let's do that to this one. Same again, just black out those. Black out these internal ones. Oh, see those, I have painted those silver. There you go, kind of thought that's the case, that's what needed to be done. Okay, that's that one done. Okay, Mr. Demon Prince, you are going to get black cabling on the edges as well. Because I don't want everything to be fleshy. Kind of like the mix of, like when it mixes the synthetic and the fleshy bits in together, that's quite cool. So we paint in these pipes black. So we can always highlight them with a grey or a bluish grey a bit later as well. Oh, I've just realised that someone tried to enter my shop that's awful. What time is it? It's gone like an hour with my door being locked. And would hope if anyone was trying to get in, they would have messaged me or rung me and said it's supposed to be open. Hilarious. Right. So I'm going to, I think, quickly get the black stuff on this guy filled in, and then I need to go make a drink quickly because my throat's getting dry. So I'll probably have a quick 2-minute break. And I think I know my BRB picture screen is back, but I don't think my in brackets hold music is working. I really should just record myself going like do 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 and leave that on a loop. What do I do about this belt? That is annoying because that is blatantly supposed to be gold edged. Fuck's sake. I need to do it now while I see it. In fact, by the look of it, that's actually a fully gold panel. Right, sod it. Fill the whole bloody thing in gold. We'll deal with it later because we're gonna highlight all of the gold in a bit. And then I really will be FML. I choose to do that. I've already committed to doing that in my head, so it's going to happen. Right. Oh, that was the other one as well that was annoying me. I didn't, for some reason, chase this out as well in gold. I don't know why. No, I want the skulls inside it to stay white. Maybe that's why I didn't do it originally. No, I don't like that. Let's just fill that in. make them bone colour would suggest that they were skulls, and as far as I'm aware, Khorne's not a big fan of baby skulls. Like, why would he collect baby skulls? Literally, one of the books has them ignoring like women and children, like not Space Marines, but demons and stuff, ignoring women and babies and shit. Because why would it? What's great about collecting a fucking baby skull? Not exactly the greatest show of warrior prowess, is it? My baby skull collection. Okay. Good to chase his bits and pieces back up. Right, so Forge Fiend and 8 Bound still need black doing. Leave black here so I know. I am going to very quickly go and grab my drink so that it's next to me and possibly next to the loo. So I'll be back in 2 minutes. Pow, 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 pow. Okay, I am back. Actually, remember to turn my camera back on as well. So, where was I? Painting black, yes. Painting black tubing, any black tubing I can find. I got my drink. Grab the loo. Oh, too much drink. Ah. Oh, God. Oh, I did not drink properly. That went down all the wrong ways. Mm-hmm. Okay, so... Ugh, right. Do you have any black tubing, Mr. Forge Fiend? Tiny bit on the leg? Oh, there's a bit there. It's quite the offensive. Tube that is, and quite difficult to get to. Oh, there's a couple of little shit tons of them in his neck, not a couple. But you don't want to hit too many of these because you do need them to be lame. They are supposed to be fleshy. Do I just go with the middle tubey bit? Slight reverse one here. I am wanting them to be fleshy on the outside. I think that's it. So, fairly sure the Forge Fiends are going to be one of the ones where I'm going to go back in with white in the airbrush and pick out their armor panels. And just highlight them a bit with the airbrush because the panels are so big. Probably with the hell boots as well. Fucking hell. Tell you what, drinking that juice the wrong way a second ago. It really messed my throat up now. Okay, so let's black out these fleshy tubes here. I feel like one of the guns is missing the gold faces as well, actually, when I was looking the other day. I realised that I might have missed. I'll go back and double check that in a minute. It's not on this one. Not by the look of it anyway. Okay, so chances of this guy having... Oh no, we've already done him. Okay, so it's probably this guy. Yeah, he's missing the gold on that side. Haha. Ooh, I realised as well, they've got underside belly tubes. No one's going to see them. I can't be touched to touch them. I can't even see them from here, and that's with my lamp shining down inside it. So, fuck it. Leave that alone. Yeah, that gold bit there. Those faces. I mean, that white bit should be gold faces. Oh, an hour and 20 minutes have already gone by. Actually, don't feel that's too bad. An hour and 20 minutes to get the blue, all my blue shoulder pads and parts of the blue backpacks painted in. That's not bad. No, I'm right. Oh?
I've got the number of highway, so
Oh, I muted myself because I had a visitor and we were just having a whinge about the highway services. I don't think I've got much in the way of soft seals to do on the 8-bound, really. They have a little tiny bit on the trousers, but they don't have any arm armour, so she'll have to figure out what we're going to do there. So I did figure out, also noticed yesterday that there's on the back of his leg actually. I've missed some flesh on these guys' bellies and lower back, so I did quickly go in and just redo them with some powdered witch flesh, just so I can quickly go back in with some Guilliman flesh contrast. So we haven't even touched the skin really yet. Right, so he's got a piece of gold missing on his shoulder. I think there's another one that's like that, because I think when I started painting these, I wasn't sure what to do with the back pieces. I'm also now not sure what I'm doing with the belts because I've just realised I've just blacked out the area that's below the belt. That's annoying. And they do have a collection of tubes as well, actually going from their backs to their chest. So maybe they should be blacked out as well. That does mean that I've just got to quickly grab the ones I've just done. I'm fairly sure everyone has these tubes. So the 8-bound were a bit of a weird one for me. When I was showing them off originally, I was like, wow, they're really cool. But then once I realised that they essentially were going to mean that you weren't going to get red butchers, I was a bit sad. Right, so he's got gold that he's doing. So I'm just going to pop him to the side to remind me why he's there. Okay, so I will forget why he's there. He's got a little bit of gold on his upper thigh. That's been missed. It's alright. Oh, how many of these guys have it so that those pipes actually come from their chests then? I didn't notice that. Only one type. I have to have a go back and check that now. So I didn't notice that. He's got a bit of gold on there that's missing. Oh, Christ, I don't understand how it's doable. Oh no, and I've just realised that there are black tubes on the backpacks. Since I'm doing all of the armour tubes that colour, I've now got to go back and check them as well. Okay, he's got a piece missing. Has he got any tubes that need doing? Technically not. Yes, he does. Ruin them with blood spatter. I am undecided. The Berserkers maybe, and the 8-bound maybe, but not. I'm going to tastefully blood spatter them if that's the thing. There may be a slightly fine mist of blood on some of them. It depends. We'll see if I even have time to go down that route. Ah, bollocks. I've just mixed them up now. I'm not sure which ones had gold missing on them. Okay, I'm going to have to go back through and... random YouTube video. I generally stream on TikTok, but I couldn't be bothered to do that today. I didn't book any of my stuff out, so I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Probably.
Probably what?
If you're working, that is.
I was working.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Okay, I've messed up. I can't remember who has had their black. Who's got gold missing? So we're going back and checking that in a bit. I am looking for fleshy tubes. Yeah. Blood spatters, I think, would only be. It will be a misting. I've never been a fan of the globby blood everywhere sort of thing. I like the old toothbrush, flicking with the old toothbrush technique when it comes to blood. Not a fan of just slapping it everywhere. The basings, because this is literally just a tournament player's commission sort of thing, the basing is relatively simple. It's just grey and... Hang on a second, I will show you. Let me just finish this tubey bit here, else I'll forget what I was doing. Just painting those cables. I'm going to need to move these guys out of the way again in a second because they're in my way. I'll move them off as I check them. Yeah, too much blood, and I think I might as well just paint their armour red. What's the point? Let's get these tubey bits done. I will show you what the bases will look like. Only because they're to match a pre-existing army of basic bases. Right. Tube's done. Yeah, Scarband's already. We painted a Scarband super quick, like a week or so ago, and he has. Yeah, it's just like a dark grey, light grey with some red pigment powder on all of the bases. So it's possibly a bit brighter looking than it is in real life. But yeah, it's literally just a simple base, and that's what they'll be on. So a nice dark base. Right, now there's a bunch of red. Red? I'm talking about gold. There was gold missing, so I'm going to quickly find it. He says quickly find it, but then I've realised some of them were quite... This is when we first started painting them and then didn't realise that the trim went all the way around the back. Until later when I was painting the others I noticed that the trim carried on. I was supposed to come back and touch it up, but I didn't. Still got to go back in and do his belly and the chest flesh. The back belly and the lower back flesh even. Yeah, here's another one. This is literally the first one, so we started painting. Is it only that bit? Oh, and some underlay. Too much damn trim. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Oh shit, there's a bit of black mist there. Good take. Just put him there. And we're jumping back to him as well, apparently. So not all of these have got some gold missing. But because I mixed them up, I've now got to check them over again. So no, he's fine. Check, 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 check. And he is fine. Fine. And all good, all good, all good, all good. Oh, he's missing some black as well, so. We'll quickly blacken the knees. Oh, there's the gold that's missing on him, look. Sake. There was a reason he was on that side. This one's completely missing the black. I need to see a picture for the 8-bound because I'm not sure if their belts are supposed to be. I know we're not exactly painting box art here anyway, but I'm not sure if their belts are supposed to be a material or not. We paint them however we like. I kind of don't want to just leave them like the ceramite colour. So let's have a quick look. Oh, well, now I get to see pictures of them and they'll be red, and I want them to be red. That looks to me like they have belts are painted the same ceramite colour, so lame. Fine. I do kind of want to put all their chain blades black though. Ugh. Which I think we're going to do. So I think before I go to do that, before I forget to do it again, I'm going to go back in and quickly get all of their lower backs and bellies. So I didn't notice when I was first doing it that they had exposed backs and bellies. So they were left quite dark. I had to go back in real fast with some Pallid Witch Flesh and repaint them, knowing I was just going to jump back in with Guilliman Flesh and quickly coat them out again. So we're no way at flesh painting stage right now. I haven't actually got a clue what colour we're going to go with the skins, which is why they are just being based in contrast flesh. That way there's a bare minimum done on the skin. If we were to suddenly run out of time, they are classed as painted. Right, so it looks like I'm going to be blacking out weapons next. Once the weapons are blacked out, I'm going to go and do the leather pouches and gloves on the berserkers. Going to contrast them as well. Oh, actually, really, is it Gargrax Sewer? I think it is. It's just a brown that I really like. Yeah, let's black out all these weapons. Black out the weapons, and then I've already decided that the material that's around the weapons hafts and handles, I generally have a standard colour, which used to be, I can't remember what burgundy it was originally, but since they do the contrast pot for it, it's now Sigbold burgundy. I've always done my weapon wraps in burgundy colour. It's like across like every army as well, which is quite funny. So if we do the heads like that, at least then when I come back in with a bright silver, we can... Oh, I should have done that when I was doing the guns. Yeah, probably should have. Never mind. No, the other reason for doing this black is that a lot of the undersides where we did the Xenophil spraying with the white rattle cans and everything originally, the undersides of these weapons are really dark, so I particularly want to leave them that colour. So I'm going to have to go onto the underside of every single weapon and manually paint the white back in. So I think the black's the saner option there. Now, I could have used Black Legion instead of Black Templar. Obviously, Black Templar is still a normal contrast paint, but Black Legion is that sort of single pigment, just black. But I haven't. Not sure where I was going then. I was painting and thinking at the same time. So, speaking without thinking. Oh, I am not looking forward to going back over this trim again. Not at all. Have I just grabbed him, but not him? I really wish that they had that the Chaos chainswords and stuff were still just normal chainswords. That's one thing I don't like about the range is that why did the weapons have to get like this? If the weapons weren't efficient at killing things in the Great Crusade, how does giving a chainsword like a knife blade on the end of it, and a whole bunch of Baroque stuff, how does that make it any more lethal? Should have just kept it with the 30k style. I guess in a lot of the Black Library books, the chainswords lose teeth quite a lot and just become basically bludgeoning instruments. So maybe the additional blades still makes it into like a spiked mace, I suppose, once all the teeth come off. Apparently, I missed his chainsword, and okay, whatever. There's something quite depressing though on spending like probably a good 10 or so hours batch painting stuff and knowing that you're still actually just on the essentially just the base coating stage of painting. Don't get me wrong, the actual like redoing say of all of the trims is going to be a damn sight quicker than it was when I first applied it, especially since we'll go in with, I'm pretty sure I'm going to use the True Metal Gold Wax by AK. By AK? Yeah, it's AK1. Yeah, by AK, so application of that should be nice and fast. I may even do the silvers with the AK1 as well, just pick them back out with a True Metal Wax, because I'm going to go back over then with Nuln Oil just to seal the wax in. So yeah, that might work. Right, so plan is do this to the 8-bound weapons quickly, and then do this to the 8-bound weapons, and then come back in and get the straps And everything painted on the Berserkers. Doodle-doo-doo. Yeah, we'll pick all the teeth and all these blade bits out. I think I will do it with the True Metal Wax Silver, since I'm doing the gold anyway. Do the gold first. But that is all future John stuff, because I've still got to get the rest of these base coats out, so still got to do the brown, still got to get, I mean, I'll finish this black yet, but we've still got to get the brown done, still got to do the burgundy on all of the weapon straps. Is that everything? Will that be all the base? That might be all the basing. And then it should just technically be going in and doing detail work. As I say, first step for that is going to be the gold wax, and then the silver. We'll do the gold first, because the silver, if it touches the gold, will be fine, because it will just look like a highlight, so that'll be alright. Two. Oh crap, how have I managed to miss the whole gold section on this weapon here? That's ridiculous. Right, I'll have to leave him to the side and pick that out in a second. So there is a benefit to batch painting, in the sense that you get to keep looking at the same models so many times that you actually do see the things that you miss. You pick it up at some point. Leave them there. Remember, gold stuff missed. So when we get to the gold and the silver, that will probably be the end of this brush, because it is not going to survive the gold oil based paints. Or I mean, it probably won't survive the gold, let alone get to the point where it can be used on the silver, but we'll give it a go. Fairly sure. No, that's gold on the other one. My lord. So, right. How far are we? 5. Is this number 5? Yeah, number 5 of 9/8 bound. We'll grab the Sigvold Burgundy next. because that involves everybody. So, we'll Sigvald Burgundy, the 8-bound weapons, then we'll move to the Berserkers. And then, as soon as the Berserkers' weapons are done, we can move straight on to doing the gloves and pouches for the Berserkers. And then we'll go on to the gold. And that's when things will get interesting. Holy crap. Right. So, yeah, I think we'll get that far. Get up to the point where I need to start doing the gold, and then what I think I'll do is I will grab a drink and something to eat once we get to the point where I'm using the oil or waxy paints. Two more to go. What was that I missed on that guy? Oh yeah, the gold on the weapon. This one's not so bad because it's literally just that thin sliver. He's only got one. How come there was... Oh, so... I don't know what the unit composition is like for 8-bound, but how come he's only got one with a two-hander, I wonder? Surely it's like a 1 in 3 job can have that big-ass two-hander. Or is the two-hander just not meta, so it's not as good? It's quite sod's law that the one that is easier to paint is the one that's there are fewer of. Right. That's that black done. So just chase the gold out quickly on. Just quickly do that. And then let's grab that burgundy colour. Burgundy, where art thou? Oh my god, we're back. Oh, what the shit have I done with that? Flesh Tower is red. Oh, there it is. Sigvald Burgundy. Let's give that a shake up. I'm just going to have to take a break just to have a move around in a minute. I'm going to be completely seized up. My back's killing me. Right, so quick, easy ones. Literally just very quickly painting all the hand wraps. Assuming that they have hand wraps. Like, what the hell is this middle bit here? Is that supposed to be gold? Shit, was I supposed to paint that bit like gold? Conundrum. I may have to. Leave him there a second. I've not thought about him. Middle bit. Annoying thing about some of the hand wraps is that they're underneath. I always find that the hand wrappy sort of stuff is like one of those unnecessary details. I think at some stage I've just decided, no matter what colour I was painting my dudes, that burgundy was a perfect colour for hand wraps. Or at least the perfect colour for me. Have your own perfect colour, it's fine. I won't judge you. But yeah, there's just something inoffensive about burgundy hand wraps for some reason. Even goes for things like fantasy as well. Like all my Nurgle, my Orcs. Loyalist and Traitor 40k and 30k. I mean, all of it. Everything's got a burgundy hand wrap. I guess if it wasn't going to be that colour for me, it would probably just end up being like a charcoal grey. Or a really dark grey. So I think once these wraps are done, so as far as say as, I don't know, these 8-bound are done, they're technically, no, they're not. I was going to say they're 100% base painted, but they're not, because there's still some bits that need doing. Just an annoyance. Stupid things as well, like the chains on like this hand here. Why aren't those chains painted? How did I miss them? I know how I missed them. I missed them because I had been painting for something like 6 hours, 5-6 hours, and I was not noticing details anymore. So I think what I'm going to do is Gonna have to go back through them at some stage. No, I'm just gonna paint this middle bit gold. I think I'm going to end up adding another step before I get to the point where I do the golds with the wax, and that extra step is going to end up being me doing a lighter silver path over a chunk of it. I have to. Right, I need the brown, so let's see what that'll do. So this wouldn't be the longest step that's needed to be done because this will just apply to the marines themselves. And this is for their gloves and are doing their belts as well because they actually do look like they have proper belts. So belts and these little leg straps for these holsters. Even the holsters are going to get just a single coat of this. I'm not even sure what this brown is supposed to be for Gargrax Sewer, but I really like it just for leather. It's a really nice, like, one coat job, like leather. Oh, I didn't do the burgundy on these guys' weapons. Why did I sidetrack myself into skipping that? Okay, well, we're committed now, so let's do the brown and we'll go back and do the burgundy. I was literally just doing the freaking burgundy on the 8-pound. Okay. Whatevs. Okay, gloves done. Oh, Jack, you've stuck his pistol holster on, but it doesn't have a pistol in it, and he doesn't have one in his hand. A continuity error there. I shall assume that he's dropped his pistol on the floor at some stage. Oh, no, I was going to say he was easy, no gloves, but no, hang on, that's not a glove. That's literally is a gauntlet, isn't it? It is, and I've missed the gold on it. Okay, I think we're going to pop the gold paint open and have it nearby, because this isn't a glove. That's there my gauntlet. See how many more of those I've missed. Okay, that is a glove. I'm guessing that there were holstered pistols in the box. Oh, that's going to be my next game, is to see if he's put a holstered pistol on someone who's actually got a pistol in his hand. Oh, that's another glove. So that's not even a gauntlet hand this time. 2 gloves. Okay, drawn pistol and oh yeah, empty holster. We're all right there. That is another glove. No gold trim equals a glovey. About the other wrist. Oh, for God's sake. The other hand is also a glove. When did it become a thing for worldiers to not wear gauntlets? Gloves for the glove lord. Trim for the trim throne. Okay, we're doing okay as far as guys with pistols in their hands having empty holsters so far. This guy's got 2 gauntlets. Does not support the glove god. Front door keeps clicking, so I'm assuming it's pretty windy outside. What was that? eBay offering me something shit, probably. Okay. Glove. Nope. Gauntlets. He has a bit of silver missing on his front, though. I will need to mute for just a moment. Sorry, I was muted for a second. What's happened here? I seem to have... I've gone dark. Okay, I am back. Although I've just noticed that some of my chat messages haven't updated, so thank you for loving the scheme. I'm not loving the scheme, but thank you. I appreciate it. Do need to remember that I need to go back in and paint all of the weapon hilts thingy jobbies with burgundy. I've just noticed this guy's got a tiny bit of gold missing. I'm going to grab it before I forget. They're incredibly messy as well at the moment, I would like to point out. So I do appreciate the love, but I'm under no illusion that they are an absolute state at this moment in time. Or at least the berserkers are. The bigger stuff is a bit cleaner. The berserkers are a little bit all over the place. So they may need more work than the rest. Just going through and cleaning things up later. Okie doke, so last bit of brown. Quite a nice easy stage that was. I don't think the burgundy is going to take much even now because there isn't that much there. It's not like the 8 bound where it was like 2 weapons apiece. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going in with a brighter silver because there's a whole chunk of stuff missing from some of the weapons where I don't think I was decided on what colour I was going to do there. Some of the pipes and bits and pieces, so, and some of the chunks for the, near the head of the chain weapons. So it looks like a brighter silver is the next step. Ugh, don't want to do that, but I'm gonna. No, not on him. He doesn't have one either. Doesn't have anything showing. This one does. This guy certainly does. He's showing all the weapon wrappings, this guy. So, can we get those done? What are we on now? 2 hours and 20 minutes. Blech. Gross. It just shows how quickly your day can disappear doing this stuff. Okay, weapon wrapping is done. Now, I do need a brighter silver. But I think we're going to do this a different way. I'm going to regret it. But this is what's going to happen. Just going to have to go around and very quickly I'm just going to have to go through all of them. Yes, that's right, all of them. Hit everything again. Because there are inconsistencies here. I kind of need everything to be a same colour, so yeah, okay. This is probably now another hour of my life being used to do this. It's really difficult to tell if that was actually painted. That chainmail a little bit on his skirt was actually painted silver, or if it's just like white and stained. So I'm gonna have to go back in and paint that silver. I want to test something. So I've just noticed that it's a really big blob of enamel on his back, just in here, and I want to see if we can wipe it. Oh my god, it will still wipe away. Holy shit, I didn't know that. I really didn't think that would do that. Balls. I didn't expect that to do that and actually work. I thought it was going to be rock by now. It's not. It's really not. Okay, that's going to be something else to do as well. I did say earlier that I was annoyed that a lot of the enamel was still there on some of them. So, actually, I'm not annoyed. That's a good thing. Yes, it's another step for me to do, but it does mean less touching up with white later. So, okay, swings and roundabouts. So I wasn't too happy about the fact that I've just painted the motor bits of all the weapons as well black, which is fine. It's worked because it means that I can now hit that with silver, and it's only the head of the axe that's black, and not the cowling for the machinery inside. Oh, I'm gonna hate myself later when I start taking that enamel back. Really gonna hate myself later for that. I'm already hating myself for deciding to redo the silver. Or at least redo it this way instead of what I was thinking of doing. But what I was thinking of doing was way messier and probably no quicker. And also would have required me waiting until I'd retouched all the gold, so I'm probably better off doing it this way. And in all honesty, a quick retouch of the silver is actually retouching relatively fast, and it means I can quickly catch all the bits that I'd missed. It was a lot harder when I was first doing the silver. Because it was kind of hard to pick out what was what was going to be what. Obviously now that we've pretty much, everything's pretty much now based in the colour it should be. So a little bit easier to come back in now. OG silver was it a monument one, or it was a dark silver by someone. It has decent coverage and everything, but now it's been, because it's been hit with the enamel wash, it's essentially dulled it down to next to nothing. So just hitting it with standard Iron Warriors base now has brought it back to a little bit of shine, and I will touch it all up a little bit with some AK True Metal Silver later, but that'll be much later. And that will like essentially just be a real quick edge, like flicky dry brush. And that'll be when I'm going around all the minis, just doing that same thing. So yeah, doing this just gives me the opportunity to quickly go through and essentially get anything I've missed as well. So not the worst thing that I could be doing, to be fair. It's a lot easier to clean this sort of stuff up once you've actually done the actual bulk of the base coating. That bulk base coating though was a killer, especially the gold. Like when it comes to going over the gold with the AK True Metal Wax, it'll be a lot faster than the initial 5 or so hours of worth of. It wasn't even that, was it? It was like nearly 10 hours. Yeah, the initial like 10 hours worth of basing that gold trim out. And then when we get to the end, we will go through. I'll just like pick out things like all the ports and all that sort of stuff. Like at the very end when we're going through, just doing basic stuffs. So I finally got to go back in and paint that silver there. Acrylic cleanup wise, no, enamel cleanup wise, what I'll do is I will grab a kitchen towel, some white spirit, and a smallish brush, and then we'll just wet the brush itself and go in and just wipe around the panels, just constantly clean the brush off. So we'll just be going in and doing reductive essentially, but that will probably be quite time consuming. I probably won't do it live on stream because I'll just do it while I'm watching something on telly. Could ask why I'm streaming this at all, mostly for record's sake of if I ever decide to do this sort of shit again, I'll rewatch like a bit of this and past John can convince future John not to do such a stupid thing. Maybe. No, I didn't do this guy's plasma pistol, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to base that in silver. When it comes to then hitting it with Nuln Oil and stuff, we'll just grab the black again and quickly do it. I don't know. Whatever. We'll do something with it. I just won't leave it white. Right, so what am I doing? Cowling. So yeah, basically this pass of silver is a find shit I missed, and also clean up stuff. Pass, essentially. Which looks like it was actually really worth doing. Because there's a fair whack of silver here that is really doled down. There's quite a few bits of silver that have either been missed or I've not removed enough enamel on there, so they don't even look silver. Like, in fact, what's that there? That's a pipe that's been missed on his helmet. Okay. The grind is very real, Jay. The grind is very real. It's 100% a grind that I don't want to be a part of anymore. Which I will persevere. I am flagging now though. I'm going to go for another... what time do I want? 1 o'clock I will need to go and grab something to eat, I think so. Another hour and a half. We'll see how far I can get in an hour and a half, and then I'll have like a half-an-hour break and then I'll be back again. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm going for 2.5 hours so far. Oh god. Itchy face. Right. Yeah, I'm on touching up of stuff before I crack on to next phases at the moment. Did a shit ton of enamel washes, enamel painting yesterday. Which basically took the entire day. I've not removed enough, not noticed that, but I haven't removed enough enamel from these guys, so I've got to go back in and do that. But I'm probably not going to do that today. I'm going to try and get the silvers done. Forge beans are always popular, to be fair, though. They were popular before. They were popular with Chaos Space Marine players running the Abaddon and keeping Abaddon near them. I can't remember what it was for. Rerolls, exploding sixes. I can't remember what he gave them. You know, people were running 3 Forge Fiends with a Hellbrute and Abaddon nearby, if I remember rightly. I can't remember what that was for. But there was definitely a whole bunch of like buffs that were coming off of the of Abaddon and the. I'm pretty sure it was a Hellbrute buff. I swear there was a Hellbrute buff. I can't remember what it was. Oh, was it 4 rerolls for the Hellbrute? Was it? Okay. Yeah, I think G-Dubs just like to have G-Dubs just like Hellbrutes selling out. I think just can always make sure that the rules are good for them. So they've sold enough of them, then they'll nerf them. I mean, fortunately, it's not Hellbrutes. Okay, Berserker Silver's done. Let's move them back over there a second. Ooh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was there was a Hellbrute buff. Oh no, hang on, it wasn't. It was was it? Or was it the Venom Crawler that gave him a buff? I feel like it was the Hellbrute. I don't remember. Okay, let's just grab this very strange white armored Khan, which just seems weird. And just quickly fix those bits of red there a second where it hadn't taken. Do I need Khan's axe with? No, I think that's going to be silver as well. It looks weird having that white. Oh, a lot of things I would just leave that like that, but kind of taking it away on everyone else. So yeah, there's definitely a bubble aura or something from one of the other shooty dreadnought style chaos things. Ooh, I didn't do that tube black, so that's going to need to be done at some stage. It's kind of got a. Kind of looks like he's got a belt on there as well. Great. Okay, so we've missed a few chunks on Khan. Admittedly, not too fast because, again, same as the Demon Prince Khan, I can come back to any, like, we'll spend some decent quality time on Khan at some point. Just need to kind of keep up with the others, with him a little bit, so that when we come to do him, we're not massively far behind. Krieg heavy weapons. Artillery team. Standard Krieg squad engineers. No Krieg heavy weapons. Apologies. Oh, did you get your card? Did you ever find your cards? Get a pack of cards, by the way, Jay. Because I have some cards coming in. Should probably ask you before they go on the web store, because as soon as they go on the web store, they'll probably sell out. Yeah, new deck is due in today or tomorrow.
Hi, John.
Oh, hello. That's one good thing about doing this as well, is that enough time has passed where I can kind of decide whether or not I'm having silver claws and stuff like that on these Hellbrutes. I may even take it one step further and we'll go straight into having silver full fingers now, actually. Because I think we just will. It's a lot less effort than trying to get them to go back to white later, because I don't need to. Right, so still just picking out silvers. Not necessarily needing to be very thorough on this one, because these will all be picked out in a much brighter silver later. So the pass for these really is more to decide where we're definitely having silver stuff and cleaning up anything. So, right, one Hellbrute. Oh, I just realised that my screen is not on. What's going on here? Pretty sure I said okay to you, Jay, on that. I had to type it because I was yapping to someone at the time. Assuming he's still there. Okie doke, so same again on this Hellbrute. The silver touch-up is definitely a hell of a lot faster than the initial base coating of it. We are just literally just going around, cleaning up, grabbing any silver little bits that I've missed. So they're a lot easier to see now that a lot of the base coats are done. So that makes life easier. Like there's literally a piston here, a massive piston in this arm here that hasn't been painted at all. So 100% do go detail blind after a while of batch painting. So there is a good enough reason to go back over and give things like clean up passes and stuff, as much as it sucks to have to go back. You miss quite a lot of stuff. Or you change your mind about something, paint it a different colour, and then a lot happier. Like these things here are blatantly like cables or rods or something that are coming through the skin, and I've obviously chosen before to not paint them silver, but I'm choosing now to, and I'm just noticing things like here on his legs there's these metal circles, these discs, that definitely don't need to be skin coloured. So I'd missed them the first time around as well. Didn't realise that all these bits here were all rods with pistons on. So doing them is good. And the pipes that go into the actual helmet mask. So yeah. I'm just going to go back and look at the other one a second. Did I do that on these? Yeah. I didn't do the rods and the cables though, so I am going to do that quickly. Oh, sorry, I realised my chat's off. It's way too easy to get distracted. Right, legs are done, legs are done. Those pistons are painted. These little cably bits, they're all okay. Okay, so hull boots have now had that redo quickly. And we'll do the same with the Demon Prince. Again, he's going to get some actual proper attention later. So no need to go completely nuts on him. We'll just do these claws. Chain. Undecided what we're doing with this belt, but I'm going to stay as is for a minute. Couple missed chain links there. Really much going on with that backpack. These chains weren't done in the slightest bit, so we'll do them. Yeah, not really much in the way of silver to do on the Demon Prince, to be fair. I'm undecided on what I'm doing with his big shoulder pad, so let's take a look at the the Forge Fiends. So the Forge Fiends are probably just going to be a case of me just doing a real quick overbrush on all the silvers. Oh, and then noticing things like pistons that aren't painted. Helpful. Like I say, that's why it's a good idea to go back through. No worries. I'll keep a pack of mission cards back for you. The Krieg infantry should be fine. I think there's 2 boxes of them here anyway. If it's next Friday, even if I sell them, I'll just order another box in. They should be here by then anyway. I don't know what to do about this big ball here. Is it attached or is it armor plate? I think it's armor plate. Okay, it can stay white. So that's supposed to be a skin tone, so that's fine. We're going to go back through and chase that through in a sec. Quickly just overbrush them. Don't know what I'm assuming. That's armor panel. I'll look at his head in a sec. Pipes. Oh, see, I missed that piston on the back of his foot here as well. Nice and consistent. Okay. Not worried too much about the weird taily bit. Probably gonna rust streak that anyway. So just pick out these bits here. Same on the other side. I'll do for them. Thankfully, they've got quite chunky details. So, oh yeah, there's the gold on the gun missing on this, isn't there, as well? I remember now. I'm gonna grab that. Oddly enough, not missed the piston on this vet. Okay. Silver, silver. So I'm not going for a full recoat of silver. I'm just literally hitting bits. I do still want the dark silver showing through. And it'll be the same when I come to do the pass of bright silver. I mean, that's going to be literally just the briefest touch. Essentially just a really light dry brush to the upper bits. Who's missing the gold? Him over there. Okay. Let's get his silver done. No, let's just get his gold done quickly now. Because if I don't, I'll forget again. So I won't be doing what I'm doing with the silver with the gold, because I'm going to be going back in with the oil, wax, gold later. Doing it with the silver was more important because of the fact that I had bits that hadn't even been painted that had been missed. So the gold trim, missed bits won't matter too much. The True Metal Wax has amazingly good coverage, so worst case scenario, I will, any bits that are missing for gold, I'll just paint with that, it'll be fine. Alrighty. So that's all the big guys done. I'll just quickly now get the 8-bound silver redone out. Now I think there's a bit more on the 8-bound than there is on a few of the others because I just chose to do more silver on the 8-bound. Still undecided on what these back teeth are going to be like, and also I hadn't really decided on the masks, so I'm going to silver the masks in for a minute so they're no longer white. Of course. Wasn't paying attention then. Yeah, silver in the masks. Silver back onto the upper cowling of the weapons. It's silly things like that have been missed. Ends of weapons. I think it's where I was imming whether or not they were going to be silver or if they were going to be gold, and then I've just not painted them at all. Like the ends of chains of the weapons here as well. It's like, how the hell did I not colour that in silver to begin with? think the cleanup of these guys is going to take longer probably than the others. But that's, to be honest, understandable since they've got 2 weapons. So they've got double the stuff that could have silver on it. They've also got chains on both wrists. So good chance that I've managed to miss chains on all of them there. And all the chains need to be kind of retouched anyway on all of them, not just the 8-bound. They've all got chains on their belts. The vents on the power packs also need to be checked as I go, because they look like some of them should be silver. I've managed to miss that on a couple of them. Yeah, so I've really saved the best for last here on things that I've missed with a silver. Here's the thing now as well, is that I've got to remember to actually check to make sure that I do paint these parts of the weapons here. These guys also have a lot of ports, so that's going to be fun, going back and getting all their ports painted. 1, 2. Right, now, I don't know, but I've been thinking about this every time I've looked at these ones, that these backpacks are really organic now, but then I can't just have them white, so I think I'm going to still say that these bits here need to be silver. You can have your teeth. They almost look like piranha plants from Mario. Okay, so weapons. Weapon. There we go. Another bracelet missed. Chains on the front. His wrist is really gold. Loads of ports to paint, so 100% got a shit ton of ports to do on these guys. But no mask. So let's do this again. Weapon, teeth, weapon, motor, power plant, whatever you want to call it. Teeth. No chain, no chain. Chains on the belly. And he has the piranha plant backpack vents. So paint them silver. Give some uniformity to a unit with no uniform. Don't know why those teeth are... I'm going to fix that while I'm here. Let's fix it while I notice. Three hours and 8 minutes. What time is it? 12 o'clock. So yeah, let's just get this silver done, and then I'm going to have a quick break, and then I'll come back to... Oh, why am I painting that? It's not the time. It was 100% distraction then. It's all good. Chains. Vent. Here's a vent. Outlets. Vent. Thing. I believe I've done those horns silver on everyone else. 4, 5, so 3 more to go. Okay. Fuck's sake. I've just noticed this guy, there's no black painted. How? How is that even possible? Like, literally went over them just now and noticed that one of them was missing the black on his soft seals. That makes no sense whatsoever. If I find another one that's got no black on his soft seals, I'm going to go back through my video at some point and look and see that I've done them all. This is some sort of crazy witchery. I'll leave the black open now just in case that happens again. Right. Back to silver. Silver, silver. Silver Janes. This is why we're doing it again. I'm being justified here every time I find something that should be silver and isn't painted at all. Not even the fact, like, not even repainting it. It's actually just not painted when it should have been. Silver vents. I'm going to paint these second because it's annoying me that there's white cables going into his hand. Silver vents, silver power things, chain. Yes. Done. It's kind of bionic eye, I think, or something there, but ignore that for a minute. Okay. I'm almost at a milestone here. Like this is some good progress today. It's like batch painting when you hit that like bit where you can look at it and go, okay, I actually think I've done some painting now, instead of seeing all the shit that needs to be done. I mean, I can still see all the shit that needs to be done, obviously, but oh, what's with these piranha plant backpacks? This is bullshit. More effort than I want to put into right now is to paint these round bits. Okay, we are one away from me getting to have some lunch. I can't say one away from like any actual proper milestone like being finished, because I'm nowhere fucking near that. So if any of the 4 people that are currently viewing this have been viewing this, being part of this from the start, you are absolutely insane. To point that out. I mean, I think I'm mad enough for doing this for 4 hours or what? No, 3 hours and a bit straight. Anyone that's like literally listened to me waffle on for over 3 hours is mad. You have my complete respect though. Okay, so apparently I actually already I did the silver on this guy, so well done me. Let's just pick those out there. Chains have been picked out already. Power supply is picked out already. Tiny bit of gold that needs doing. I'm going to do that before I go and have my drink and food. Stretch my legs for 10 or so minutes, if that. Do some squats. Do something to stretch my legs. A bit of gold that was missed there. Let's grab it while I'm... Yeah, that's fucking bad. What? Oh, you were a good model. Thought you were a good one where the silver was done. No. I may have done the silver, but the black was missed. Okay. Oh, 3 hours and 17 minutes. And in those 3 hours and 17 minutes, we've redone the blue. We've done some blue. We've redone the black. We've redone the silver. There's some flash tones in the bellies of the 8-bound. That's enough. Painted all the strapping with Sigval Burgundy. Yeah, so general touch-ups, I think it was. When I come back, I'm probably going to try and clean up the white armour a little bit more. I think. I don't know if it needs it. I think it does need it on the Berserkers. I mean, painting the blue in and the straps and redoing some of the silvers kind of meant that a lot of that stuff's hidden now. So maybe it doesn't need it. They are a bit rough and ready looking though, like where I haven't taken the enamel off, so I don't know, we'll see. If not, then it'll be on to redoing the gold with the oils. So yeah, cool. Alright, I'm going to go and get some lunch. I'm going to end the stream